Hello everybody, my name is Joe and I'm here with Frank.
Joey, this is me.
And I'm here with Jesse.
Moo.
And this is the Sketch Beat, or whatever we decided to call it. And you can see at this YouTube video, there's a great logo by Mr. Frank Calzone, whoever that might be.
No,
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it right now, and I don't know where I left it. Left the fucking thing. I think you'll have to send it to me again. But anyway, so you might have noticed there was like a whole week where we didn't do anything. It's a long, complicated, boring story, but it's gonna be. This is turning into like an every other week thing, correct? Have we decided yes?
I love how you're talking.
I'm new. I don't know.
I love how you're talking like. I know you people were probably wondering what was going on. There's like 30 views on the last one.
There's like 64.
Like, there's just this big uproar. Like, where's the skip beat?
Right? I mean, come on. Well, I did get some constructive criticism. They wanted Frank to stop cursing.
No, fuck that.
They wanted me to stop saying, and they wanted, and people said that we should do it again. So we're gonna do it again. And I guess Jesse is one of our guests for this. And Jesse, let's who are you? Why don't you just tell us who you are?
I'm Jesse. I'm pretty much a freelance musician, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Now, Jesse, you play some instruments, don't you?
Of course I do.
Well, why don't you tell us what they are?
I play bass decently, I play guitar mediocrely, and I blow at keyboards. But it all started with the saxophone in 2nd grade.
Fucking really?
Dead ass.
Dude, I started with dead ass. My first instrument was a guitar. Because I'm like, hey, the Ramones have a guitar. Why can't I play guitar? That's what sparked me getting a guitar. And then drums.
I have the most confidence in my bass playing.
You are a pretty good bass player.
What was it?
You're a pretty good bass player.
Thank you.
Now, Jesse, since this is a music thing, I guess we'll just read off the questions that we asked ourselves last time to get a little know you. Who are your musical inspirations?
My musical inspirations? Well, mainly the whole reason I took up playing bass was Paul Gray and Peter Steele dying in the same month. I'm sure a lot of people know who Paul Gray is. Slipknot's a pretty big name, but Pete Steele is from Typo Negative. Have you heard of Typo Negative, Joey?
Nope.
They're like gothic
I'm
metal.
like blood types? What?
They're like gothic metal, kind of. They're very slow and brooding.
Yeah.
And Pete Steele has a really, really, really deep, awesome voice.
So he's like Tay Zonday, but doing metal. Chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
He sounds like a vampire. He sounds and looks like a vampire.
How does a vampire sound exactly, Jesse?
He's got kind of an accent when he sings. It's hard to explain.
Okay,
But anyways,
so all vampires have accents, you say?
But anyways, my favorite musicians that are still alive are Alex Webster of Cannibal Corpse, Frankie Bello of Anthrax, Robin Eaglestone, formerly of Cradle of Filth, he goes by Robin Graves, and John Pyers, formerly of Cradle of Filth. Those are just to name a few, though.
Now, yeah,
I'm a huge Cradle of Filth fan.
That sort of transitions into our first topic of the Tubecast. It's a stupid fucking term. Can we just agree on that? Tubecast is stupid?
We've already done this, Joey. Just go to the top.
Oh yeah, Trivial Pursuit. Didn't we just talk about this in Trivial Pursuit?
Yes.
If any of you watch the Trivial Pursuit videos...
All 6 of you.
Frank, you watched part 4. You watched part 4 6 times.
4?
I did, because I wanted to hear your damn Louis Armstrong thing. I love that.
I'm not doing that again. Okay, so as I was saying, this sort of transitions us into our favorite musicians category, and I'll go ahead and start that off with Garth Hudson of the band, which is Shocker. He's just a great saxophone player and accordion player and keyboard player and everything player. And if you do not know him, you should go check him out. He's like 75 now or something like that. And my favorite dead musician is Johnny Ramone, just because, you know, no one can play guitar like Johnny Ramone.
Those 4-note chords.
Those 4-chord notes.
Ho ho.
Ho! What are we, Santa Claus here? Ho ho ho!
Oh.
Frank, who are some of your favorite musicians?
Maybe this should be in the blooper reel.
Nah, we're good.
Honestly, when you talk musicians, I think you have to bring up Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles because they were fucking blind.
See, I don't have to bring up anything, but you do because it's asking your opinion.
Well, Joey, I am saying it is my opinion that your opinion is bullshit, and that my opinion is that if you can't see the instrument that you're playing and you still manage to kick dick at it, then you're one of the greatest musicians of all time. But Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, nice voice. Okay, those two I cannot. Pete Townsend, for Christ's sake. I mean, some of the Who tabs. That's like, how the fuck does he play this? Just like
I think I would do Pete Townsend just for the Bob O'Reilly keyboard.
Bob O'Reilly keyboard is it's. Do you know how that's played?
With the keyboard.
Yes.
So good.
But.
Does he? What?
Do you know how a synthesizer works?
It's synth and sizer.
Like he's not hitting each one twice. You know that?
I don't care. It's still cool.
He's hitting it each one once, and I thought I was like, how the fuck can a human being go with what like each finger? How the fuck is he doing this? But then I actually
many people can do that. Also, Jimi Hendrix I gotta add in my list.
Henrix, maybe.
You're an ass. Hendrix is amazing. Rick Danko, his fucking
gotta
bass lines
respect
are
the
fucking
classics,
everywhere.
man.
I do. I'm into that shit, but Danko, no.
Dude, have you heard Rick Danko's fretless bass lines?
Yes.
No, you haven't. You've listened to one band album.
I've listened to like 5 band albums. I just listened to fucking Cahoots this week.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Favorite song on a Cahoots, Frank?
You're probably waiting for me to say When I Paint My Masterpiece.
No, because that's not a band song. I'm waiting for you to say anything.
My favorite song off of Cahoots. Damn. I didn't really care for the albums. I'm trying to... It wasn't
really...
Yeah,
of course. No one really cares for the album.
Honestly...
Damn, son.
Damn. Honestly, I'd have to say fucking, I don't know. I like 4% Pantomime. I like Van Morrison.
Van Morrison.
I like Van Morrison's little...
Tell me, Belfast Cowboy. Let's love that. I love that song.
And the Last of the Blacksmiths.
I really like Where Do We Go From Here and Shootout in Chinatown.
Where Do We Go From Here is good. I didn't really care for Shootout in Chinatown. But really, Stage Fright.
Are so fucked up. What was that, Frank?
Stage Fright blows it out of the fucking water. Like, really, I looked it up. It's like, how can
any album by the band blows Cahoots out of the water?
Cahoots really isn't that good.
No, well, it has Life is a Carnival, which I really like, because that has such a one fucking tricky drum beat.
What do you think is, past music from Big Pink, past Stage Fright, past the band's like eponymous, the Brown Album. What is their next best album?
Ooh. Can I say I like Jubilation a lot?
It can't be a live album or any of that shit.
Jubilation isn't a live album. It's the last album the band did before Rick Danko died.
Okay.
It was released in 1998 or 99.
Jubilation. What about older band?
Oh wait, no, it's Northern Lights, Southern Cross actually.
When was that?
Forbidden Fruit, Ophelia, Arcadia Driftwood. It Makes No Difference. That's in '75. I love that album.
Because Cahoots, I listened to that and I was like, how can a band start to suck after 2 years?
I blame Robbie Robertson.
It's a very bad album.
It's not bad, it's just not that good.
I don't know, I'm kind of flip-flopping with that one. It's an okay album, but it's nothing to listen to again.
Yeah. Jesse's like, I don't even know what band you're talking about.
What? Even the album cover
spaced out for a bit.
After the thing last week, 2 weeks ago, where I said I had never listened to Pet Sounds.
For those of you that remember.
Told me to the one of you that remembers, Frank told me to listen to Pet Sounds, so I also told him to listen to an album, which was American Beauty by the Grateful Dead. But I'm going to talk about Pet Sounds just a bit. I haven't listened to it since I listened to it, but I have a few notes here. Wouldn't It Be Nice? Just an all-around great song and well-known song. I love it. It's
very interested to hear this, by the way.
What, my thing on Pet Sounds?
Very.
I'm Waiting for the Day is a song I really enjoy. The ending part is just amazing. I forgot what I was making note of. I wrote I'm waiting for the day, ending part. That's it. I liked the ending.
Do you didn't think? I love that.
Okay, yeah, I really like that song. Let's Go Away for a While, the instrumental. I really like the horns. I like horns. Sloop John B, right? Sloop B John.
Sloop John B about the ship.
Yeah, I like the harmonies a lot. The harmonies, and they have this one part where it just goes into a halftime for a verse, which I really, or half a chorus. They just go into this thing, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was great. God Only Knows. I listened to it, and another well-known song which I enjoy. It has an accordion in the intro, or something like that.
Yeah.
Accordion somewhere, and I really enjoy accordion.
I think God Only Knows is the Beach Boys song. There's not one better.
I would say I don't want to say Kokomo. I'd say something like Surfing USA or.
I think maybe what is it? I Get Around.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Fuck Kokomo.
I love that song. John Stamos is in that music video.
That's exactly why. It's just
I love John Stamos. Jesse Katsopoulos.
Fucking Full House, had the Beach Boys on it.
Oh God, don't talk about Full House with me. I have a nephew and my sister constantly calls me Uncle Jesse and goes, "Have mercy!" Drives me nuts.
Your name is Jesse. That's funny.
It's annoying.
That's a good show, man.
Nah. Not the best.
I never got into it.
God Only Knows also had Carl Wilson's only vocal on the album, which I really liked. And I also put in parentheses other vocal, but I don't know what I was talking about.
Other vocal?
Other vocal, that's it.
I think Carl is the only one that does vocals in that.
I think the harmony is what I was talking about.
Are there harmonies in God Only Knows?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's Mike.
I don't even know where I was going with that, but that's all my notes on Pet Sounds.
That's it? You didn't have anything to say about, what was it?
I told you what I had things to say about, and you're questioning me about the things I'm saying.
I wasn't...
Get the fuck out!
I just wasn't made for these times? That's...
I wrote what I wrote, and I can't fix that.
Alright, well, on to my review of American Beauty.
I know what you're gonna say.
It is shit. No, I didn't really give, an in detail description, because really, every song is a Grateful Dead song, if that makes any sense. There's no variation on this album. I felt as though it had the same shit that you hear if you're gonna listen to any other Grateful Dead song. I like Sugar Magnolia, but I've always fucking liked that song. The rest of the album is pretty forgettable. I mean, it's just, I don't really care personally for the Grateful Dead.
I can sing every song on that album.
Well, do it right now, Joey. Call your bluff. Come on.
Nah, man, it's fucking copyrighted. I can't do that and still monetize the video.
Well,
I'm not gonna sing it. Not right now. I'll do it after the thing.
Okay, but I never cared for the Grateful Dead, so I didn't like fucking American Beauty. That's really it. That's all I have to say. I don't like it. Maybe I'll like your next album that you want me to fucking listen to.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. Next album, I told Frank to listen to The Lone Bellow by The Lone Bellow. In 2 weeks' time, he'll have to come back and give me a report. And give me an actual report this time.
I'll think about it, goddammit. I think you got those two mixed up. I think you got the artist and the album mixed up.
Ha ha ha. Now, what do you want me to listen to?
I want you to listen to Shades of Grey, which is... Or no, not Shades of Grey. That's a fucking song. I want you to listen to The River of Dreams, which is Billy Joel's last album that he released in 1993, I want to say.
Yep, you're right. Okay, Jesse, if you're going to be on next week, in the next 2 weeks, we should give Jesse something to listen to.
I will.
Oh, and also we're both gonna listen to something. I forgot what we were both gonna listen. We're both gonna listen to Jimi Hendrix's new album that was released.
We should listen to it live. Come on.
Nah, that's way too long. It's
We should listen
Eddie
to a
Kramer
song
said,
of it live.
What's Henrix gonna do? Sue us?
Yeah, his estate, you idiot.
Just this fucking skeleton with an afro just come, hey
also,
man.
copyright. It's copyrighted material under Universal or Warner Music Group. We'll get pulled down on you out of YouTube. It will be pulled off of YouTube in a minute.
You can't steal my song, man.
Okay, that doesn't even sound like Jimi
I'm
Hendrix.
gonna get you. Just fucking.
What was that?
Henrix comes back and he's gonna kill us for stealing his.
Okay, so me and Frank are both gonna listen to Jimi Hendrix's new album, which I can't remember the title, which I have here.
It's like
I'll listen to it too.
People, Hell, and Angels.
People, Hell, and Angels. Yeah.
And Jesse, we have to give you an album to listen to.
How about you have to listen to
The Brown Album by the band.
Okay, go for that one.
Brown.
Jesse, you're a metalhead, so you like some band songs, correct?
I've listened to the band before. I can listen to them.
Okay, so you'll listen to the Brown Album, and Hell, and you'll listen to Jimi Hendrix too. Fuck it.
Hendrix
People-
new album.
People, Hell, and Angels. is
People,
what it's
Hell,
called.
and Angels.
Yeah. People, comma, Hell and Angels.
Noted.
Okay, and also the band. I'll send you a link to that.
And then watch out
Okay.
for Henrix to be touring with his new album as a hologram.
Oh yeah, well, people, they want holograms. People, I think, like Jim Morrison's estate was talking about doing a hologram.
Oh God, don't! That's fucking no.
What are they gonna have? Ray Manzarek and the other guy, I can't think of
Robbie Krieger.
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 Robbie Krieger. And
Krieger.
the drummer guy, which
What the fuck are they gonna do? Like,
Kreishner?
is it gonna be the old ass Doors and then this young Jim Morrison? Like,
pretty much.
just
Okay, I think we're going to the next topic. I think.
we are.
Frank. Bands that need to go away and stay away, please just leave.
Can I start this?
Yeah.
Fucking Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. Holy yeah, you're right. Aerosmith, please.
They
I know Aerosmith can still perform.
they keep trying to put out new shit and it's just not okay. Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones, definitely. It's really bad now.
Fuck man.
Jesse, feel free to jump in.
Guns
on
N'
any of
Roses, just because of Axl Rose, though. What a
Yeah,
douchebag.
seriously. What a douche.
What a douche!
Who
That
snubs
should be like
their
a
own
sound-
induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Right? It's like, do you not realize without anybody in Guns N' Roses, you'd be nothing? It's ridiculous.
Axl
Uh,
Rose.
Other bands we have here, Journey, which has no origin, I think one original
Oh, the
member.
Asian singer. Yeah, them and Foreigner.
He's like Portuguese.
Whatever the fuck he is. He's not Steve Perry.
What about Arc Music Factory, period?
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Make it go away. Stop auto-tuning rich kids. They can't sing.
Right? It's bullcrap.
Kids Bop.
That still
Kids Bop.
exists?
Yeah, they're on like
still
Kids
exists.
Bop 69 or some shit. No, they're on like 34. I think
That
it's
still exists?
Yeah.
No! No!
Right? It's terrible.
What about One Direction?
yeah.
They need to go.
Nah,
Another boy
it's new.
band.
It's a new boy band. I don't mind the music.
I just think it's too schlocky.
Well,
I
the
mean
same
like
as
bands
everything
that
else.
are old that have been around forever and they just need to stop.
yeah, we kind of got off topic with that one. I think
Yeah.
like the Who, despite only having 2 members left, they can still they can do it.
Yeah, but we're not talking about bands who need to stay.
I know, but since we were on the topic, I thought I'd fucking bring it up, Joey.
Well, too bad, Frank.
How about
Kiss.
Kiss? Yeah, I think Kiss.
I saw Kiss 2 years ago, and they were really bad.
Honestly, while we were
Well, it was a good show in the moment, but you could buy a recording of the show, and I listened to it, and it was really terrible.
since we are
The only 2 songs I really enjoyed were the songs that Eric Singer, not Eric Carr is dead. Eric Singer sang. He sang Black Diamond and Beth at the end, an acoustic version of Beth,
God.
which I think was amazing. And Tommy Thayer sang "Shock Me," which is an Ace song, which I really love that song.
Since
Paul's vocal is really bad.
Paul is just, he was bad back then. Like, he always had that voice.
No, Paul was good back then. Paul is really bad now.
Most of them are. Fucking, while we're on the topic, the Beach Boys were touring not too long ago.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
No, like,
last year.
I was sitting in
recording.
fucking math
And then
class.
Brian Wilson left the Beach Boys.
Have you seen Brian Wilson lately?
Yeah, isn't he like almost dead?
He looks like he's been dead. Like, his mouth is starting to recede inside of itself, and it's just
he had a stroke, I think, Frank.
He doesn't look like Brian Wilson anymore. Like, if you look at older pictures of him and look at him now, it's like, the fuck happened?
Well, age happened.
But everybody at least sort of looks like themselves. Brian Wilson's just fucking dead.
No, I'm pretty sure he's still alive.
Talking about his appearance, but okay.
I know.
Fucking 50 Cent. Man, that jive-ass fool.
That is not...
Yeah, isn't he a little more recent?
A little.
Nah, man, that fool was around 2002, man. That's some old shit. That's some old dinosaur shit right there.
Okay,
I think that's the year when the meteor hit.
Fucking 50 Cent's been around since 1996.
Damn.
Stop, Frank.
That fool old.
Okay, yeah, you're done. Who didn't we talk? Paul McCartney.
Oh, Christ, Paul McCartney.
Needs to go away. Please, Tom Petty needs to go
Tom
away.
Petty, yeah.
Bob Dylan needs to
Christ.
go away.
Bob Dylan. You know.
Ringo Starr needs to stop trying. Because, seriously, no one gives a shit about Ringo Starr.
1971,
Ringo
your career
plays
was dead.
drums, that's it.
Ringo's barely a drum... No, he's a good drummer. I love to call him a drum player. That's not the word.
Jeff Lynne.
Are we just going to name every person in the... George Harrison.
George Harrison needs to stop, man. This dead shit just isn't working out for him.
The Grateful Dead?
Grateful Dead. Yeah, George Harrison is in the dead now.
George Harrison is dead now. Okay. I think that wraps up that discussion.
That fucking Ravi Shankar. I'm tired of his shit.
Okay, we should name dead people now. Levon Helm needs to go
Levon
away.
fucking Helm. And while we're at it, Mozart's been pissing me off lately.
What about Beethoven, man?
Fuck
like,
Beethoven.
seriously?
Bach! What about Bach, that motherfucker?
Sebastian Bach? No, I'm kidding.
Bach and fucking Chopin? Motherfucking Chopin. Nobody wants to hear about your fucking
This
party
could go
rock.
on forever, goddammit. Next topic.
Wagner.
Who should go into the Songwriters Hall of Fame?
Well, if he's not already in it, Bernie Taupin.
Yeah, Bernie Taupin.
Bernie Taupin.
Taupin.
And
Robbie Robertson.
Robbie Robertson. He fucked up Cahoots, man.
Well, yeah, but every other band song is great.
Yeah, I guess so.
Billy Joel's already been inducted.
Billy Joel's an amazing songwriter. Like, all of his shit is him. Like,
So I think who else should be in? Jesse, do you have any opinions on who should be in the Songwriters Hall of Fame?
Not really, actually. Not on this podcast. Not on this episode.
Not on this podcast in general.
honestly, Bob Dylan, because his singing, you know, is fucking awful, you know. Bob Dylan, but he's a great songwriter. He's a fucking poet.
Bob Dylan's already in there.
He is? Oh, well.
Apparently I was reading the wrong list.
Well, that's very professional. Yeah.
Robbie Robertson's not in there. Dolly Parton's in there.
Oh, fuck Dolly Parton.
Oh, God. Phil Collins and his elevator music.
Phil Collins is already gone.
He retired, yeah.
Phil Collins is an excellent fucking writer. Usually, like, most good musicians can get, like, one good film soundtrack in. You know, like Elton John had Lion King.
Oh my
Phil Collins had Tarzan. That was really good.
Tarzan was great.
Tarzan, who else had...
Lion King was great. I love Lion King.
Didn't Billy Joel do the soundtrack for Oliver and Company? He did the voice of the main... I haven't
seen Oliver and Company.
Oliver and Company's awesome. Billy Joel does the voice of, like, the lead dog. I can't remember his name.
Speaking of celebrities in music roles, does anyone remember the Country Bears?
The what Bears?
The Country Bears.
Country Bears.
They made a movie of this early 2000s, and the main lead Country Bear, his singing voice was John Hyatt. So he becomes a wedding singer, and there's just a part where John Hyatt is singing, "It's Not Unusual." Not unusual.
I think we've all seen Fresh Prince, Joey. We know it.
Love that show. Yeah. Hey, Alan Toussaint is in the Songwriter Hall of Fame, and so is Bernie Taupin.
He fucking better be. Billy Taupin, if he weren't a...
Billy Taupin?
Billy Taupin, that's his name.
You said it's Bernie, but whatever.
Music would not exist.
Billy Taupin.
Billy Taupin.
And Bernie Joel.
Bernie Joel.
Yeah. I like how Alan Toussaint is in there. He's great. He does great orchestrations. Yeah. Bob Seger's in there, Neil Sedaka, John Sebastian. Hey. I like John Sebastian.
Hot town.
He's old and can't sing anymore.
Hot town, summer in the city, back on.
Yeah, that's basically how he sounds. He's 68, man.
He's getting up there.
He is. I guess that's it on this topic. I can't think of anyone else. Dee Dee Ramone.
It's always the Ramones.
Agreed.
Like, it's... Creed?
Dude, Dee Dee Ramone wrote some good songs.
Creed?
He wrote all the best ones from the Ramones. He wrote
He
my
said
favorite
agreed.
one.
What is your favorite Ramone song, Jesse?
I've always been partial to 53rd and 3rd, actually.
Yeah, that is a good song. I like Poison Heart quite a bit. And who wrote... Dee Dee didn't write... no, CJ wrote Scattergun. I love that song. Speaking of songwriters.
How about Billy Joel Armstrong? Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh, he has written some great stuff. Let's see if he's in there.
Probably not.
Probably not. Eric Clapton's in there, of course,
Clapton.
for the 3 songs he wrote.
Springsteen. No, fuck Springsteen.
Baby, we were born to run.
He sounds the same.
He's in there.
He's in there. Are you fucking... Oh,
yeah.
Here's
a video for the link dump. There's a video of If I Should Fall Behind from like the 2000 reunion tour or whatever, and it has Bruce singing a verse, and Little Steven singing a verse, and Nils Lofgren singing a verse, and Patty singing a verse, and then Clarence comes in and does a great sax solo, and then he sings a verse, and then they all sing together, and it's just amazing. Doing hand motions.
Maybe if you're into Springsteen, that sounds awesome, but...
I'm not into Springsteen, really. I just like that song. John Bon Jovi's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
I could see it.
Garth Brooks?
No.
Johnny Cash, I can see.
Johnny Cash, yes.
Hey, Hoagie Carmichael. He wrote that Ain't Got No Home, right? Is that him?
Hoagie Carmichael.
He wrote Georgia on My Mind. I'm thinking of someone else who wrote Ain't Got No Home.
I think... No, Ray Charles was not a songwriter by any means. He was a piano player and a singer.
I Got a Woman.
I Got a Woman. That was him. Like, he was on this great, like, gospel thing. Like, he would take gospel songs and turn them into, like, you know, the soul music. And he did that for 2 albums. Then he played covers for the rest of his life. Like, why?
Why?
Like, it just doesn't make... He had this great gimmick going for him, and he was like, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a bunch of other people's songs.
Hey, guys, what about Ozzy Osbourne?
Does he write songs?
What? Ozzy? I don't think so. Does he?
I don't know. I'll Google
Ozzy's
it.
wrote some good songs.
Let's see. What songs has Ozzy written? Here we go. Let's see. Bark at the Moon. I like Bark at the Moon. Iron Man. I'm just reading the list. I Don't Want to Stop. I really
That's
like.
a good one.
Paranoid. He wrote Black Sabbath's hits, basically.
There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, I think, should be in there.
Maybe. I hate the fact that Sabbath is basically defined by the hits from one album. Like, you never hear shit from any of their other fucking... Crazy Train's just Ozzy.
He just
But he still wrote it.
Oh, yeah, I thought we were talking about Sabbath. Yeah, Crazy Train.
I like... Who wrote Heaven and Hell?
That was Dio.
Did Dio write it?
I believe so.
I saw Heaven and Hell on tour. Pretty good band.
Dio was a great songwriter.
Let's see.
Another consideration.
Maybe.
Heaven and Hell was mainly written by Tony Iommi, but credit is given to the entire band. So, okay, the lyrics were written entirely by Dio. Okay, then. Oh, wow.
My favorite song Dio wrote is Rainbow in the Dark. I like the keyboards in that song.
Oh, that's a good song. Neon Nights I really like. All lyrics on Heaven and Hell were written by Ronnie James Dio. All music composed by Black Sabbath. Neon Nights. Okay. Ronnie James Dio should be in there. I'm reading all three Gibb brothers are in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
I could see it. They were pretty good. I like
Woody Guthrie is in there. I like Woody Guthrie.
Woody. Oh, God. Woody. If he weren't in there, it'd be a fucking injustice. You need Woody Guthrie in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Who's Patrick Gilmore?
Oh, Roger Waters.
Let's see if he's in there. What about David Gilmour?
David Gilmour didn't really write.
Nope, Roger Waters is not in there.
That's bullshit. Waters needs to be in there. Maybe Jagger. Maybe. Or Keith.
More Keith than Jagger. Sir Mick Jagger is in there.
Sir Mick. David Bowie.
And Reach Kithards is in there. Reach Kithards.
That's probably what he thinks his name is at this point.
Richie Sambora is in there. Man, this chair is uncomfortable.
Santana.
Carlos. Nope.
You're fucking kidding me, Santana.
He didn't write his own shit.
The guitar parts.
Yeah, that's still not writing a song. Anyone can do guitar licks.
Do it, Joey.
Nah, I'm good.
How about Ian Anderson?
Yeah.
Jethro Tull. He wrote everything for Jethro Tull.
Yeah. Let's see if he's in there. Let's see. No, Leroy Anderson is in there.
Leroy likes his money.
Nope. Sorry, you're wrong. Okay. That end that discussion.
How about Jesus Jones?
What about Dave Mustaine?
Yes. You're talking to the I like everything, but I don't listen to a lot of heavy metal. Don McLean is in there, by the way, for the one song he wrote.
For American Pie.
Yeah.
And that's
Freddie Mercury's in there.
Who? Freddie Mercury?
Joni Mitchell's in there.
Joni Mitchell, fucking...
They've paved paradise and put up a parking lot.
Carly Simon, is she in there?
Let's check. He's gonna buy me a Mockingbird. Carly Simon is in there, and Paul Simon is in there, too.
Joan Baez?
Bone Jaez, let's see. Nope. But Burt Bacharach is in there. Burt Bacharach is one of my favorite songwriters of all time.
He's okay.
He wrote the music. Hal David wrote the lyrics. Eric Clapton has 5 new signature guitars out. Each of them limited to 100. Okay, not even 100 on the acoustics, but let's go to the electrics. We have a Brownie Stratocaster. I think it's a custom shop, and it's I want to say it's a remake. Right? Remake? Is that it? It's like a...
It's a replica.
True to form. Replica. It's best known as the Layla Stratocaster. It featured on the back cover of the Derek and the Dominoes album, Layla and Assorted Love Songs. Brownie was the first Strat ever owned by Eric Clapton. It includes... This is a 100 worldwide limited edition. It includes a certificate of authenticity signed by Eric Clapton, a DVD featuring an interview with Eric Clapton discussing his 45-year history with the Stratocaster and inspecting the first Brownie prototype, a unique Layla box set, and a reproduction hard shell case with Derek and the Dominoes stenciled as per the original guitar. Now, everybody, make a guess on how much this guitar is costing.
Well over a couple thousand.
Give us a number, Jesse.
Maybe ranging from 1 to 3,000.
Way off.
Now, Frank, what do you guess?
Well, it's not really a guess because I know what it is. So I'm gonna say $15,000.
It's $15,000.
Jesus.
Yup. Nope. I'm not even gonna comment. That should be.
They wanted
enough.
to make a guitar that only Eric Clapton could afford.
Right. Here we go. Now we go about. This is the Lucy Les Paul by Gibson, owned by Eric Clapton and given to his friend George Harrison. This 1957 Les Paul Gold Top, refinished in cherry red and better known as Lucy, is one of the most historically important guitars in the world. This is the While My Guitar Gently Weeps guitar, and the guitar that George Harrison is playing in the Revolution promo clip. This includes, it has a really nice cherry finish, which I love a cherry finish. A cherry or a black finish on the Les Paul is one of my favorite things. This is amazing. This includes a certificate of authenticity signed by Eric Clapton. A DVD featuring an interview with Eric Clapton discussing his fabled history with Les Paul guitars. An audiophile remastered 80 GM vinyl edition of the Beatles' White Album, and a reproduction hardshell case. Now, Jesse and Frank, how much do you think that would run? Jesse, how much do you think?
10,000?
And
No.
Frank?
I'm gonna say 15,000 again.
And you are right! Again, I'm not even gonna say anything.
Guitars Eric Clapton can only afford, like he said.
Now, these are 3 Martin guitars, which are all, they're signature-sized Eric Clapton bullshit.
Oh yeah, you want to see only Clapton can afford. Wait for this shit.
Okay, here we have
God.
This is the 00028 EC Madagascar, limited edition of 150 worldwide. It includes a certificate of authenticity and soundhold label, each hand signed by Eric Clapton and Chris Martin. Eric Clapton's signature fingerboard inlaid between the 19th and 20th frets. Crossroad symbol inlaid in mother of pearl into the bridge. Into bridge or headstock? Oh, on this one it's the headstock. And the Eric Clapton signature case, shroud, and leather strap. I think this is Madagascar rosewood or something. I don't know.
Fucking better be.
Something really. It's a Martin, and they're expensive anyways. Jesse, how much do you think this will run you?
Well, Frank hinted to me earlier, if you want to see stuff only Clapton can afford.
Well, there's 3 different Martins, so keep that in mind. And a significant portion of the proceeds will benefit the Crossroads Center for these guitars. So, Jesse, what do you think this one will cost you?
20,000?
Nope, you're wrong. Actually, this one is 6,000.
That's
150 worldwide. And portions going to whatever.
Wait, how much?
Now
6,000?
Yep. Now this one is another 00045 EC Madagascar, 55 worldwide available, which is very small. And same stuff as the other one, but the crossroad symbol is inlaid into the bridge this time, at different woods or whatever. Someone give me a guess as to what this is. How much? It's higher than the last one.
12,000.
You're close. It's $12,999.99. This is the third Martin 0045 EC Brazilian, which I'm gonna assume is Brazilian wood. Just gonna fucking assume. And this is 18 worldwide. Same shit as before. And it's $50,000 bucks. $50,000 for that, and there's only 18 available worldwide. And if you do all the math, that's $900,000.
I know what I want for
Why
Christmas.
would anybody buy? Why would anybody? I don't understand why anybody would buy that guitar.
But all proceeds, half of the proceeds go to charity, and then you get all this.
Not
And I
half
thought
of
the
it, it
Mike
just says
Dirk
significant.
signature V by ESP was expensive.
How much is that?
It's only 1,000.
Oh, that's nothing.
no.
That's,
That is nothing.
Sorry, I'm kind of
that's like
cheap.
that's like a Gretsch Duo Jet on my well, not a Duo Jet,
It's
for
a
like
Schecter
2,500.
ESP that made it.
Probably ESP.
Do people buy Schecter guitars? I own a Schecter.
My bass
It's
is
alright.
ESP.
I have ESP.
Oh yeah, the 5-string.
And I have the coolest strings, too. They're neon green. And I got a black light for them to glow under, too, now.
2 new bands on the horizon, which I have listened to and I think you should listen to. The links will be in the dump of the links, also known as the link dump. The Lone Bellow, which Frank has to listen to for the podcast in 2 weeks. And also the Winter Brave. 2 great bands. Go check them out. They're rock and roll. And they're really good. That's all I gotta say. Well, Lone Bellow is sort of more folky rock and roll, but still rock and roll. Just go check them out. Did I say Winter Brave or Lone Bellow? I was right. Don't worry. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Those are new bands on the horizon.
If I could take this opportunity to further promote Jet Gladstone. I mean, I listened to his album again this week, and it's just like, I did it like completely recreationally, and like I did it, I don't know how the fuck to describe it, but I did it without planning it. It was just like, what am I going to listen to? How about some Jet Gladstone? Click. Then halfway through, I was just like, oh shit, I'm listening to Jet Gladstone. So check him out, jetgladstone.bandcamp.com. Check out his new album. The link is probably going to have to be in the fucking dump or whatever the hell it's called now.
The link dump is
the link dump or the description, either one.
Link dump? No, it's, yeah, you're right. Whatever.
Like it's supposed to.
So here's 2 new things. Actually, yeah, 2 new things. Frank is now gone. He had to take care of some business. So me and Jesse are going to talk about the new Epiphone Limited Edition Genesis Deluxe-Pro. And this is a reissue, or a reimagining of a guitar that was out in the 80s. And with all new features, like it has Epiphone burst buckers, I believe. It's Pro buckers, 4-wire, and it has a 3-way pickup selector. And it has a push-pull. Yeah, it has a push-pull coil tapping and such for the neck and the bridge to get some signal coil sounds. And I think it looks pretty cool. I just want to know how it sounds. I really like the Midnight Blue or whatever. I like the Cherry and the Sunburst. Not a fan of the black. Really cool. Jesse, what do you think of it?
I like the red and the black one. The Sunburst one looks nice, and the blue one, oh, they all look pretty cool. But the sound, I want to hear the sound.
Right? I mean, it's going to sound like an Epiphone. Pretty much. Here's something also new from Gibson, Epiphone's parent company. The ES335 bass. If you know what an ES335 is, Gibson's famous hollow body, semi-hollow body guitars used by many people like Chuck Berry and B.B. King. Well, it's finally out in bass form, and I think it looks sweet. But I missed when Gibson made instruments with short scales, made basses with short scales, rather than long scales. I'm more of a short scale guy. That's the link for you to check it out. They'll all be in the description. Jesse's looking at that. I feel like I can get a good tone from that, sort of like an upright acoustic sound, maybe. What do you think of it, Jesse? That's a Gibson ES335 bass. I think that's awesome.
I want to get my hands on a Thunderbird.
Soap bars,
As popular as it is, I just want the honor of touching one.
Yeah, I mean, I think Epiphone makes some for cheap.
I know Epiphone makes that Thunderbird goth bass that looks really sweet.
Yeah, that's really... Isn't that a Nicky 6 one or whatever? Or Nicky 6 has one, I know.
Nicky 6, and the guy from Him uses it too.
Nicky 6 also now has a Schecter Fire Thunderbird, whatever, and it has a P-bass pickup and a jazz bass pickup. It looks cool, and it probably sounds amazing because of the P-bass pickup. And P-bass pickups are my favorite sound of all time, like bass sound. Opinions on dubstep.
Don't get me started. There's some stuff.
I like dubstep. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, I'm not totally hating on dubstep like I used to back in 2011 when people wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. But there's some music that needs to be dubstep, and there's some stuff that isn't meant to be dubstepped. And I asked this very nicely to all the DJs who may or may not be listening to this podcast. I really doubt it. But
thanks.
I'm joking.
I know, I'm kidding.
But please stay out of the metal department.
I can agree with that. Don't.
Like, there's some good dubstep, like, a lot of 8-bit music sounds good dubstepped, in my opinion.
I haven't heard 8-bit dubstep. I should, though.
But yeah,
okay.
My opinions on dubstep, it needs to stop being slapped on everything with all these subgenres like bro step, douche step, dick step, that stuff.
Yeah, not a fan of all that shit.
And besides, that mainstream dubstep, it's all the same samples.
Right, exactly.
It's all the same fucking samples.
Ugh,
just
man.
rearranged.
Got that right. Okay. Music news. Stone Temple Pilots fire Scott Weiland. Again. I could care less.
Dave Lombardo gets kicked out of Slayer yet again.
Again, I could care less.
This time it was a pay dispute.
Well, of course. It's like Geezer Butler refusing to... Not Geezer. Yeah, Geezer. Refusing to join Black Sabbath because he doesn't have a contract. What happened to making music just for the hell of making music?
Beats me, man.
Right?
There's only a few of us kind of musicians left.
What was that?
There's only a few of us left. Musicians who play music for the hell of it.
Yeah, there's got to be more, though. I wish there was more. 9 Inch Nails to return in 2013. I could care less. I mean...
I like 9 Inch Nails.
Nah, I like... I don't know. I can't even remember the name of the song I like. I don't like Hurt. I like Johnny Cash's version of Hurt.
I like a lot of industrial, too, aside to metal, punk, and all that stuff.
Yeah, not a huge industrial fan.
It has an acquired taste, I suppose.
Yeah. Alvin Lee of 10 Years After, the guitarist and singer of 10 Years After, died recently. I think the other day, actually. And I don't listen to much 10 Years After, actually. But it always sucks when we lose a musician.
Indeed.
Stompin' Tom Connors dies. I forget who that is. He died. Oh, he's a Canadian folk singer. He died yesterday, which again is terrible. He was 77 and he died of natural causes. American classical pianist Van Cliburn died at the age of 78, excuse me. And there's a lot of death in the last week. Let's see who else. Bobby Rogers, co-founder of the Motown group The Miracles, died at 73.
Chorale from Charlie Brown Jr., Brazilian musician, died at 42.
Oh, it's terrible. So many deaths. Former Temptation singer Richard Street died this week, or last week. Magic Slim, a Chicago bluesman, died the other week. Cleotha Staples, a Staple singer, died at 78 the other week. Guitarist Dan Toller of the Allman Brothers died last week in Florida. And those are all the deaths we have for this week. Jermaine Jackson changed his last name to Jackson, as in Jacksun instead of O-N, for artistic reasons, which I don't even want to get into. Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake announced a summer tour.
No one cares.
I don't know. I like that song Suit and Tie.
With Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z?
It's catchy, that song. Adamant delivers first new album in 18 years. Again, I don't listen to Adamant. And here's something that I would save for last, because it's something I actually care about. At South by Southwest this weekend, or next weekend, let me check the date. Saturday, March 16th, is the Auditorium Shores show presented by Monterey International. It's an all-day concert benefit to keep it going, the initiative to continue Levon Helm's legacy, and create a musical landmark at his barn in Woodstock, home of the Midnight Ramble. The event will be headlined by the Midnight Ramble Band with special guests fronted by Levon's daughter Amy Helm, showcasing the best of Levon's and the band's music. Other artists that day include Robert Randolph and the Family Band, Los Lonely Boys, JJ Gray and Mofro, James Hunter, Spirit Family Reunion, Nikki Blum, and the Ramblers and the Mother Hips. The events will be free and open to the public. Donation centers around the park will be accepting contributions, that's the word, for Keep It Going, which is that. I thought I'd say that for last because that strikes a chord with me, because I loved the bar and I loved Levon and all that jazz. I'm not going to dwell on that too much. What else we got here? The ukulele, a played-out instrument. It's been a lot of hipsters play ukulele.
My cousin's girlfriend lent me her ukulele and is challenging me to play a death metal ukulele song.
Oh god, that's gonna be terrible.
I'm gonna have fun with it.
But still, ukulele I think is becoming a played-out instrument. That's just my opinion. You can get a ukulele for $15. You know, it's...
Yeah, I noticed hipster douches are running around with ukuleles now. Like they're Tiny fucking Tim.
I love Tiny Tim.
Tiptoe through the window!
I'm deaf now. Ow, my ear. That was loud.
That's the point.
Okay, now we're gonna skip past that. Billboard Hot 100 chart. We're gonna do the top 10, and this is from 10 to 1. Love Me by Lil Wayne featuring Drake and Future. Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars. Suit and Tie, Justin Timberlake featuring Jay-Z. Of course. Stay, Rihanna featuring Mickey Echo. Started from the Bottom by Drake. Shut up! Scream and Shout by will.i.am and Britney Spears. I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift. When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. Here's To You Can't... Thrift Shop by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis featuring Wands.
Never heard of it.
Oh, and then Harlem Shake by Bauer at number 1 again. That's such a catchy song. I mean, everyone loves it. I really like Thrift Shop.
It's overplayed. I owe Gangnam Style an apology.
I love Gangnam Style too. It's so great.
Everyone's overplaying it, and it makes me want to hate it more.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, now we're on to our last topic of the evening. 3D printers. They can print vinyl albums. They actually play music. How? I don't know. But I think that is really cool. 3D printer can print an album and you can listen to the album. What do you think about that, Jesse?
I think it could be a breakthrough in technology, and I don't know. This is new to me. I haven't heard of this.
Really?
No, I haven't.
It's really weird. It is really weird. That wraps up this episode of the Skid Beat. Jesse, what did you think of your first time on this episode? On this show, and will you be back for more?
I enjoyed myself, and absolutely.
Awesome. Remember to leave a like if you liked this video. Subscribe if you like the show, and maybe we'll do some more stuff. Have a good night, everybody. Jesse, say some goodbye words.
Sayonara, folks.
Okay, that's it. We're done.